All right, so now for this one, it says, what are the solutions to this quadratic equation? And then it gives us what looks to be like a quadratic equation or a second degree polynomial for sure. So remember, we want it to look like this. We want it to be ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So that means I'm going to have to minus 8x, right? I got to set this whole thing equal to 0. So I'm going to subtract 8x from both sides. I get x squared minus 8x plus 13. These cancel, and that equals 37. Again, I'm going to subtract 37 from both sides. Oh man, that's too much math for me to do in my head right now. It's first thing in the morning. So I'm going to pull up my handy dandy calculator and I'm going to say 13 minus 37. Well, maybe I am. Let's clear this whole thing out. 13 minus 37. Oh, it's negative 24. Of course it is. So then x squared minus 8x minus 24. Okay, that's cool. I did all that so I could figure out that a is equal to 1, b is equal to negative 8, and c is equal to negative 24. All right. Well, let's plug that in the formula, shall we? X is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2a. Now, if you write this down every time we do an example problem, by the time we're done with this unit, you will have memorized this formula. That'll be very good for you. So then x is equal to negative b. Well, what is negative b? Well, negative 8, right? Minus, plus or minus the square root of negative 8 squared minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is negative 24. All over 2 times a, which is 1. Okay? So let's do this. We're going to do x equals 8 plus or minus the square root of negative 8 squared is 64. 4 times 24 is 96. So that's a positive 96 all over 2. Okay? So then we'll write over here. X is equal to, is that 160? Yeah, because 4 plus 96 is 100. Yeah, it's 160. So then that would be 8 plus or minus the square root of 160 all over 2. Remember that 16, I got to think this through. I think it's 16 times 10, right? So 160 is the same as 16 times 10 all over 2. What's the square root of 16? 4. All over 2, and I'm going to separate it like this. What is 8 divided by 2? 4. Plus or minus, what's 4 divided by 2? 2 root 10. So 4 plus or minus 2 root 10, that's C. What do you think about that, huh?